Sarah's LAE rep, and I would like each one of you to introduce yourselves as you would like to be addressed and have you state your role for this meeting.
Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Reedy. I have been Sarah's behavior analyst for the last few months now.
Hi, my name is Stephen Thomas, and I'm Sarah's general education teacher.
Good morning, my name is Amanda Rizzo, and I'm Sarah's speech therapist.
Hello, my name is Megan Williams, and I'm Sarah's special education teacher.
Hi, my name is Erin Dillon, and I am the co-teacher in Megan's class.
Hello, my name is Lisa Simpson, and I am Sarah's mother.
Hello, my name is Sarah Simpson, and I'm the child.
Okay, thank you. The purpose of today's meeting is our yearly IEP meeting for Sarah. We will review Sarah's presence levels, which include the assessment results, her strengths and her weaknesses, the concerns of any of everybody's team members here, progress towards her goals, the proposed goals that we have set or will be set, the placement options and services needed to address the educational program for Sarah. The subjects in all this that will be included is reading, writing, math, speech, and her behavior as well. For this, we will proceed through the IEP meeting in the following order. We'll go through the introduction of team members, which we just did, share the purpose, establish time parameters and ground rules, review the parents' rights, percent levels of performance, which everybody during this will have their own time to speak, establish goals and benchmarks, determine appropriate settings for Sarah, review summary of notes taken during the meeting and add anything if we need to, clarify the next scheduled review date, and then at the end we'll sign all the forms that are required for the IEP meeting. So here I will pass down. Ms. Simpson, what discussion items would you like to add to the agenda?
None of this meeting, that seems to cover all my concerns, thank you.
Okay. As well as for the agenda, Ms. Simpson, I handed you the copy of your parents' rights. Please remember that it is very important that you are actively involved in the educational planning for your child. If you ever have any questions or concerns for Sarah's IEP, please contact me or another teacher. And as far as the CAC, you are already a part of that and have already gained services from that. Ms. Simpson, do you have any questions about your rights?
No, I have read and understood my rights.
Okay. Before we go any further, are there any time limitations for any of you? No? Okay, great. Let's continue with the meeting. In order to be working as an effective team, it is important that we go over the ground rules. Here's a copy of the ground rules attached. I gave it to you with the agenda. We went through this and agreed upon these rules in the last meeting. Would anybody like to make any changes at this time?
No.
No. Okay, before we begin, I would like to remind you that the IEP paperwork that we have all brought to the table is a draft. We can make changes at any time. Okay? All right, we'll now move into talking about the present levels. Does anyone have any comments based on assessments?
Yes. Sarah was given the second edition of the behavior assessment system for children, and this was to test her social and emotional functions. It showed that she was at risk and that she had behavioral difficulties. The test also showed that she was hyperactive and had aggression problems and learning difficulties. The test did show concern with emotional self-control and anger control.
She follows directions well with prompts.
In the area of speech and language, she was given 2 assessments to test her supports there, or to see if she needs supports there, and she tested below average in the test of nonverbal intelligence as well as the oral and written language scale. She has made some improvements though, which has been a great thing.
Right. Does anyone at this time have any concerns they would like to bring up and discuss?
Yes. Ms. Simpson, Sarah is eating non-edible objects in the classroom, so for example, paper clips, straws, or pens, anything she can get her hands onto. She displayed self-injurious behavior by picking her hair, her nails, or anything that she's wearing. She has been known to bully or threaten others when she becomes agitated. And Ms. Simpson, have you seen this behavior at home?
I have. I do see Sarah bullying her brother at home when she gets frustrated, but I feel like it's more of a concern at school than it is at home.
For my classroom, Sarah is proficient in my class, but shows some attention issues and is consistently in need of redirection. She also has trouble formulating her thoughts into words, and her listening skills are low. Sarah, is there anything I can do in my class to help it make it more interesting for you?
I like pictures and videos. I like to move around and work with my friends.
So for speech and language, there's a large discrepancy between her nonverbal and verbal abilities. Her nonverbal abilities measure much higher than her verbal abilities. However, her listening comprehension and her oral expression have improved significantly, which is great. She's able to understand and formulate simple sentences, however she does struggle with more complex sentence structures. She does continue to have a severe articulation defect, but those skills are improving as well. Now, Ms. Simpson, is there anything in the area that you're concerned with?
Yes, I'm concerned that she's going to get picked on as she progresses through the school years.
Okay, I think that's something that we can work with her teachers to maybe come up with a program so that you guys making sure that that's not going to happen within the classroom.
So in the special education area, at this time, I don't have any concerns for Sarah. She is good at summarizing text, letter recognition, discriminating between fact and opinion, and identifying rhyming sounds.
Sarah's proficient in math and adding 1 to 1 digit numbers, 2 to 2 digit numbers. She can identify patterns and polygons, and she can also identify the differences between wholes and parts. She has difficulty in analyzing transformations and the use of symmetry to analyze mathematical situations, telling time and making changes.
I want Sarah to be able to tell time, make money, and state her multiplication and division facts.
I want to be able to make change so I can help my mom when I'm at the store.
Those will be what we focus on.
Did everybody get that? Okay. At this time, we'll move into Sarah's goals.
My goals for Sarah is that when she's given a task or direction, that she begins the task within a minute and remains on that task for a minimum of 10 minutes independently with no more than 2 prompts.
My goals for Sarah is that she improves her language comprehension, her social language skills, and her articulation skills. Sarah will be able to produce the sounds z, sh, blends, and blends with accurately in all positions of the word with 85% accuracy. She'll be able to produce 5 to 6 word academic sentences with 80% accuracy. Ms. Simpson, is there anything else in the area of speech that you would like to add?
No, I do not have anything to add at this time.
My goals for Sarah are to increase her comprehension and to be able to approach me and not take it out on other students when she is frustrated.
As a special education teacher, my goals for Sarah are to use consonant and vowel sound knowledge to decode words, define inferences, and cite evidence from the text to support those inferences, increase word recognition skills by identifying 95% of words correctly. She will be given small group instruction and the text will be read aloud. She will make inferences and draw a conclusion of a fictional text at 80% accuracy. Ms. Simpson, is there any concerns you have at this time?
The only concern that I have is that I want Sarah to be able to identify her sight words fluently.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to add those into her goals.
Okay, thank you.
In math, given small group learning and repeated practice, Sarah will express numbers in equivalence forms at 80% accuracy 4 out of 5 trials. As a short-term goal, I would like her to identify fractions, decimals, and percentages.
I like learning about those. My mom helps me practice at home.
That's good. Another annual goal I would like Sarah to have is to be given repeated practice in small group learning instruction. Sarah will demonstrate the relationship between numbers and quantities, and including place value, one-to-one correspondence, rote counting, counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s, comparing values of whole numbers up to 500 with 80% accuracy by the end of the IEP term.
That sounds like a lot. How will she go about doing this?
In the class, she will use manipulatives and small group instruction.
I like working with things. They help me understand math more.
That's good. As short-term goals, I would like Sarah to identify numbers up to 500, understand less than and greater than, and identify place value up to 100.
Okay. Any further questions? Any further statements? No? All right, then at this time, I'd like to focus our attention to any services needed.
Sarah receives behavioral support through the WES in-home 5 times a week for 2 hours every session. Ms. Simpson, have you seen any improvement with this, or do you believe that she needs more time or more hours?
I I have seen progress, but I believe that she should be placed in a mentoring program. This way she can get outside the community and see other environments.
Okay. And Sarah, how do you like the people that come to your house?
I like them because they help me understand things and they're very nice.
And do they help you?
I feel like they help me, but sometimes sitting down for too long makes me tired and I can't learn.
Okay, Ms. Simpson, we will talk about more break periods for her so Sarah can regain her focus during these sessions.
Okay, thank you.
In the area of speech and language, Sarah will receive speech and language therapy two times a week for 35 minutes a session. Sarah, how do you like this speech therapy that you get?
I like it because it helps me speak, but sometimes I feel like I'm not getting it.
Okay, now is there anything that we can do for you to help make that better for you?
It would help more if the teachers could help me speak better.
Okay, so that is something that we'll work on. And Ms. Simpson, do you think that the therapy she's receiving is enough, or do you see any improvements in the home?
I have seen improvements at home, but I would still like to proceed with the mentoring program.
Okay, so in the area of special education, Sarah received multiple accommodations. She will be given time extensions, small group testing, multiple testing sessions with frequent breaks. She will be put in an environment that reduces distractions to other students as well as to herself. And lastly, questions and directions will be read aloud to her.
In addition, in math class, she will use touch math for 30 minutes daily, have math and science class tests read to her as needed, and the use of a calculator. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay, any further comments? No? Okay. At this time, I will go over what we actually talked about throughout this meeting. We went through Sarah's performance levels regarding her progress and assessments and everyone's concerns throughout their classrooms. We then went through the goals that everyone has for Sarah during the day. We've come up with new goals and we'll establish them as we go. We also talked about some services we'd like to continue to use, as well as the one that Ms. Simpson has raised regarding the new service that she would like for having Sarah be paired up with a mentor. Does anyone have anything further to add to this? No? Okay. Well then, for the next meeting time, we will try to meet around the beginning of June, which will be towards the end of the school year for Sarah. This date will then be determined through email or conversation between all of us to decide the determining factor of the date. And for that, then, thank you for all coming out today. It is very important that we're here for Sarah at all times. If anyone still has concerns for her IEP, you can reach out to me or anybody else here through email or a phone call. This includes the IEP meeting, and I will now pass around the sheet that everybody has to sign for this meeting, okay?